everybody, it's Stinger Splash back with another video. Not done one for a few days, but been waiting for a few Steelbooks to come in, and so I thought I'd do it now. And apologies if you can hear the twat next door, because he's hammering away doing his kitchen. Of course, it is now July, and as you can see from outside my window here in the northeast, it is an absolutely beautiful, sunny, warm, dreary, dank day. Look at the state. Look at that. Look how horrible that weather is. That is terrible. It's July, for crying out loud. Anyway, so I was going to try and go out and get away from the noise, go down the park or something, but I'm stuck in now, so I'm going to do this video. Just a few Steelbooks that I've gotten recently, and so we're going to start actually with some DVD Steelbooks. We've actually got 1, 2, 3. We've got 5 Blu-ray and 4 DVD Steelbooks to show. So these are imports, and they're just cheapies. But some of the Steelbooks I used to have in my collection back when I had a big DVD, well, massive DVD Steelbook collection. It's still big, but the first one is Saw 1 and 2. This is a German Steelbook, and it's a 3-disc edition. And I picked this up from That's Entertainment for about £3, I think it was. But yeah, it's a really cool Steelbook, really cool cover art, some good inside art as well. 3 discs, which is cool because it's got like director's cuts for the first 2 movies, and then there's also an extras disc which I haven't seen in any other release by the Germans for their Steelbook releases for Saw, because I picked up another one for a £5 from That's Entertainment a little bit later on, which is Saw 1 to 4. So yeah, I know it's a bit weird having the same films and the same Steelbooks, but hey, I am a double dipper, and I've got all these on Blu-ray as well. So some of these I've got 3 times, but they're just, cool Steelbooks. So these are the same discs as same Saw 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 I obviously added a no bonus disc. There's not really inside artwork or sort of similar thing to before. So then I've got a couple that I got today. These are ones that I used to really enjoy, so I got them back. The first one is Zimmer 1408, or Room 1408 as we know it in the UK, starring John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson, based on a Stephen King, I think it's a short story, and yeah, it's about a guy who goes into a room and some really weird stuff happens, and yeah, so we've just got a single DVD disc in there. It was quite a laminated DVD disc, but I really like the cover because it's got an embossed keyhole, which is really quite good. So yeah, I picked this up for about, well, it was about £14 for the pair for this one and the next one I'm going to show, but I think they are nice Steelbooks. So that's the first one. The next one is, and it needs a little bit of marker pen work, the King Kong Deluxe Edition. It was quite a bit cheaper than the Blu-ray version, but the Blu-ray version is DVD sized, and I think I like this one better. It looks a bit nicer. Now this is a 3-disc Deluxe Edition. I've not seen a 3-disc edition of King Kong anywhere else in the world. I could be wrong, but I've not seen one. As you can see, this is the really cool artwork. And we've got 3 discs. Now the reason I've got disc 1 and 2 on top of each other is because some of the teeth are missing there, so that won't stay in there, so I'm going to put it on top of disc 2, but it's all blank under there anyway. And this is one of the old Universal releases that came with a little certificate and a number certificate. This is number 7057. I don't know how many they made, I think it's 10,000, but it's just nice to have these sort of things. They used to have all sorts in that series with the numbers, but yeah, as I say, with it being a 3-disc edition, it's got an extended version of the movie, lots of special features, and I think it has all the production diaries on the 3rd disc, so there's a lot in there. So yeah, I just want to smash that wall in. Right, so now on to the Blu-rays. So the first one we have is the new Dark Knight Batman Begins Blu-ray Steelbook, Jumbo Steelbook, and this is for the Steelbook nerds out there like myself. This is a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It is the 4th ever UK Jumbo Steelbook. It's the 3rd ever different release UK Jumbo Steelbook. It's the 2nd ever Blu-ray Jumbo Steelbook, and it's the 1st ever movie or movies to be released in Blu-ray Jumbo Steelbook, because the other ones were the Doctor Who Series 5 on DVD and Blu-ray, and then the Story of Film documentary series on DVD. So yeah, I haven't unsealed this basically because I was going to originally and keep my Best Buy exclusive sealed, but the problem is with a jumbo steelbook, once you unseal it, you're screwed. You know, there's no way to keep it protected. So I'm going to keep it sealed for now. I'm never going to use the DVDs or the digital copies anyway. But this came from HMV with their 20% off, and it was a £14 odd, which is cheap. But the problem is, to make up for it, it seems that HMV decided to send everybody who had ordered it from them it in a grey bag, just a bag, no packaging whatsoever, no padding, absolutely unbelievable. And so I got mine. It's not in bad condition, but there is a small little ding at the bottom there. Nothing you can really see with the seal on. I have unsealed it partially at the bottom to get the number. It's number 1347 at 8,000. So there's only 8,000 of these, but I don't think it's going to sell out, to be honest. A lot of people are waiting for the possibility that there might be a trilogy steelbook. But for me, if they release a trilogy steelbook, I'll buy that as well. And if they release a Dark Knight steelbook, I'll buy that as well. So you can't have too many of these. But it is a nice cover. It's similar to the French regular Blu-ray steelbook, and this would have been so much nicer if they just made it, you know, a regular steelbook. There's no real reason to have the DVDs and digital copies in. Just make it 3-disc Blu-ray. You know, 2 discs for Dark Knight, 1 disc for Batman Begins. That's all you needed. You know, and actually the digital copies are just pieces of paper. So they made this jumbo steelbook so you can have the film on DVD. And why would you want them on DVD when you've got the Blu-rays, really? Especially the Dark Knight, you know, one of the better Blu-rays you can get. So we're now going to move on to a bunch of steelbooks that I bought in a private sale. I paid 44 quid for them, so it was about £11 each. Well, actually, exactly £11 each. Sent recorded delivery, and they're all German steelbooks. The first one is Moonwalker. None of these have got seals on them, so I'm going to have to polybag them up after this. But yeah, it's a brushed steel. It's got a data sheet with it, although for some reason it's not. I think the glue's come off it. And on the back, it's actually got the cover again with the logo printed on it and all the details, but it's sort of like upside down. It's very strange. I don't know why they've done that, but if we look inside, there's no inside artwork. We just have the Blu-ray disc there, and there's a neat little Michael Jackson Moonwalker booklet. Thankfully, it doesn't have any writing in it. It's just pictures, so there's no German to read. But it's just, you know, different scenes from the film. So that's the first one. And then the second one is Triple X starring Vin Diesel. And I can never remember her name. Is it Asia Argento or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, Asia Argento. And so this is just one of your standard German Blu-rays as usual, with all the printed back and everything, and the Blu-ray logo on the front. There is some inside artwork, but it's in blue for some strange reason, and there's not a lot to it. And then of course there's the fantastic experience with blue behind, which no one really cares about. Interesting, it is a UK Blu-ray disc. But yeah, so that's Triple X. It's a nice glossy steelbook. The third one is Nightmare on Elm Street. This one has a slipcase which comes off with the logo, so that's good. And this is a triple play, I think. It's got some very standard artwork on the back. This, by the way, is the remake, starring Jackie Earle Haley, and not the original. So yeah, this is a Blu-ray. Actually, sorry, it's not a triple play. It's just a Blu-ray with a digital copy. All the digital copy code is out of date from October last year. So yeah, pretty creepy looking inside artwork there. Not really a lot there, but yeah, it's pretty standard. The only issue with this, as I say, it was quite cheap to get this for this price. It's not easy to find. Is there is a tiny little ding, but nothing you can really see, especially with the slipcase on. And I mean, I watched this film. It's not a patch on the original, but it's still not bad, and it's probably a bit scarier than the original, just because obviously the more you can do with technology, you know, and CG and all that. So this last one is a film that I really like a lot, The Spirit, limited edition, Meine Stadt schreit, which I think is My City Sleeps, something like that. This one has some slight indentation problems, but again it was cheap, and it's nothing that I'm not bothered about, to be honest, because I just really wanted the Steelbook badly. You've got Gabriel Knack there on the back. He's probably the weakest in the movie, but inside we have a little booklet there, and you know, this movie is really not about the guy, but you've got Eva Mendes and Scarlett Johansson, who looks incredible. Samuel Jackson's pretty cool as well as the octopus. Some just cool little artwork on the inside. Got 2 discs, Bluray and DVD, and there is a digital copy cord somewhere as well. That's no doubt out of the, you know, out of use. Not that I'd use it anyway. And also I've got these art cards. These weren't actually originally with them. These are just art cards that I got from the HMV exclusive. And all of these art cards, which I will show, I actually have as posters, which I picked up for £1 each a little while back, and I have them going up my my stairs. And they do look pretty cool when you have them all together going up the stairs. I do get a lot of comments on them. What's going on there? Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to open this. Hang on 2 seconds. Like that. So yeah, I just figured I'd put these in with this Steelbook because they won't fit in the Bluray, regular Bluray, because obviously it's a smaller case. So we have Scarlett Johansson, it's Silken Foss on your knees. Then that's at the bottom of the stairs. Then I have the Jamie King as Lorelei, Come to Me Lover, Eva Mendes as Sans Serif, Do Look Like a Good Girl, and then there's Sarah Paulson plays Ellen Dawn, Keep the Mask On. So they're the 4 that I have, and they sort of, when I say they go up the stairs along, and I've got another one at the top which I think is of the Spirit, and it's yeah, it's just a nice little setup up the stairs, something to look at, and you know, people have commented on them because it does look pretty cool. Maybe I'll show my posters one day. I've got that many of them, over 100 up all over the house, because I just think they're better to look at than wallpaper. Let's face it, wallpaper's boring, posters are cool. So that'll do it for this video. Yeah, I'll have another video soon, I'm sure, but for now this will do it for today, and I will try and get this up soon because I've got a video that I did on Monday that I still haven't put up yet, but I'll probably put them up together. So yeah, take care for now, see you all again soon.